But do you know what is the worst about food labels that I haven't told you so far? Not a lot of people read them. But all of this might change. Changing to better diets is very challenging. Maybe something will be accelerate things, and it's coming on the horizon. Let me challenge you. What is the number one priority globally right now? Sustainability, surviving climate change, isn't it? What if I tell you that there is a plan for all food labels in the future to have an eco-friendly score describing how sustainably sourced the product is? Sounds exciting? It must be. It's a highly innovative plan with a noble goal. But how exactly it will be implemented? What are the pitfalls? And as a bonus, at the end of the video, I will be revealing the 3 best and the 3 worst eco-friendly foods on the market right now. If we're just meeting, my name is Tasos Koidis, lecturer in food science and nutrition at Queen's University, Belfast. On this channel, we're all about learning the basics of food science and nutrition, improving your everyday food choices, and ultimately your health. If that sounds like you, be sure to subscribe, click on the bell notification so you can get notified when I upload a new video. So it's 2021 and people want to do their part saving the planet, tackling the climate change crisis and helping the environment. But from willing to help to do something meaningful to actually do it, there is some distance to be covered. The existing legislation here in Europe is all about informing consumers to make better choices. Take what happened for a second with the vegetable oil. Since 2012, the botanic origin, if it is a rapeseed, a sunflower, a palm oil, must be declared. And this was done to expose the overuse of palm oil, the deforestation of the rainforests, and inform consumers who want a more sustainable food choice. So giving information in the form of a label to consumers means giving them power to make informed choices, which is always a plus in my book. Currently, consumers don't have the information they need to make more sustainable buying choices, that's for sure. And not all of us can be experts. Here is where a good label can save the day. At the same time, supply chains are becoming complex and long. Fresh produce and other commodities are moving from all over the world by sea, by air, by land, leaving a large environmental footprint. But let's stop for a second and consider, what are we asking here? For every product to carry a label in a coded way, either a color from green to red or a score from 1 to 10, let's say, of how eco-friendly it is. But do you have any idea how difficult this is? It's a very difficult task. If it is to be done fairly and be useful for consumers and the industry alike, it should have at least one of the following characteristics. Be simple to communicate, be applicable to all foods, at least the pre-packed foods, be fair to all types of products and industries, encourage positive change to consumer and the industry. But what is currently being proposed? Products will be graded into tiers marked A to G and color-coded, with the green reserved for the most environmentally friendly items and the red for the least. There will be a 9-month trial, and there is a consortium of several partners that developed it. Are eco-labels a new concept? Eco-products existed for a long time, but in other things, not foods. Thinking about consumer electronics, when you go to buy a fridge or a washing machine, there will be a sticker indicating the energy consumption with a similar code system, right? But in foods, it's the first time that this happened, right? No, wrong. Here is what's currently used in the industry for signifying sustainability. You might know some of the logos. Fairtrade, Rainforest Alliance Certified, Sustainable, Palm Oil Roundtable. What are these organizations doing? These are non-governmental organizations or NGOs that were independently formed, largely by the respective industry that they operate. Their mission statement is bold. Take Fairtrades to give consumers the opportunity to help reduce poverty and instigate change through everyday shopping. But there is a bit of a bias there, potentially. If you are intrigued by it, take a look at the documentary Seaspiracy and the friction between the NGOs Dolphin Safe and Friends of Sea with the fish industry. In a nutshell, the current system is less transparent and potentially skewed towards the interests of the industry. There is room for improvement, definitely, coupled by the fact that consumers' high interest in sustainability and implication for our climate change. Things are not getting great for the planet. The 2% limit of the Paris Climate Change Agreement is going to be crossed, even actually sooner than we expected. And we are starting to feel it. See the hot summer of Canada a few a few weeks ago. We better start acting now, because in this case, with novel food labeling regulations, it will take years and years to be adopted. So it's not early to start taking it seriously right now. Consumer behavior and diet habits can be influenced subconsciously and consciously. And this is the step in the right direction, in my opinion. Let's come back next year, make another video, and see the results. Now, as promised, the good and the bad foods for sustainability. Bad: red meat, steak, beef, or lamb, super high emissions. Instead, go for chicken and pork. There's a big change compared to beef. Bad: avocado. It's imported, it has a lot of water consumption with it. Instead, go for locally produced, in-season produce, root vegetables, fruits, except mushrooms. Don't go for mushrooms. Bad: chocolate bar from unsustainable rainforest sources, for example. Instead, go for lentils and dry nuts, apparently. They require very few resources. So if you are already dead serious about reducing the carbon footprint of your diet, and there is no eco label just yet, avoid air-fried foods, highly perishable foods usually, when you can. But beyond this, you can have a larger difference by focusing on what you eat rather than just eating locally. Eating less meat and dairy, or switching from ruminant meat to chicken, pork, or carefully selected plant-based alternatives will reduce your footprint by much more. Fun fact of the day: shipping 1 kilogram of avocados from Mexico to the UK could generate 0.21 kilos of carbon dioxide equivalent in transport emissions. Who knew? And that was it, folks. Like, subscribe, and see you in the next video. Bye!